Kia ora tamariki mā, kia ora whānau. Hey, today is a little bit of a shorter video. It was such a beautiful sunny day. I had to get outside with my whānau. I hope you enjoy it. There's a trip down to the estuary, across to the rock pools at the beach, a little bit of fishing, and then home for a story about a shark. See you again tomorrow. Ka kitea popo. So we've just come down the road, past the dairy. We go along this track and under the bridge. Ooh, I wonder if we'll come across an ugly troll living there. Ow. There's a really cool statue here as well. So we have the guardians that look out to the sea. This way is the estuary. So we live up, if you follow the course of the estuary, we live up and around past those corners. Under the bridge. Hello! Anybody here? No trolls. Put your feet on the pedals. Feet on the pedals. Come along this track. There's Vienna up ahead. There's Mackie. This is one of my running tracks. So I run along here in the morning sometimes. This track takes us all the way to a little wharf, which is a really good place for fishing. This beach here is known as a dog beach, and you're allowed to bring your dogs down to this side and let them off the leash. Across the estuary is the Orewa campground, and there's the bridge. This is a nice shady track through here. Wonder what kind of seabird's making that noise.
Alright, Dad. Oh, there's a down here. What? I'm gonna go off the really steep path. It's not Lily.
So the estuary goes all the way out to the beach. Riding your bike on the sand can be really hard. I've just come across this beautiful little rock pool right next to the estuary. Oh, some fish in the rock pool. Two little fishes swimming in the sea, teasing Mr. Shark.
You can't catch me, you can't catch me.
Along came Mr. Shark, as hungry as can be, and snapped that fish right out of the sea. One little fish swimming in the sea, teasing hungry shark.
You can't catch me, you can't catch me.
Along came Mr. Shark, as hungry as can be, and snapped that fish and ate him for his tea. Oh, it's time for some fishing. Catch, catch, catch a fish, hook it on your line. Reel it, reel it, reel it, reel it.
This fish is mine.
Catch, catch, catch a fish, hook it on your line. Reel it, reel it, reel it, reel it.
This one's mine.
Out of it, Juvenile. Get your rod out.
Oh.
Catch, catch, catch a fish.
And this one's mine.
This is a story called Hank the Wrestling Shark. It's one of those stories that's a song and a book. So I hope you're ready to listen to my singing voice again. As I was swimming in Bondi Bay, which is in Australia by the way, a very scary thing happened to me with the most terrifying creature of the sea. Some of our nature kindy kids come from Australia. I wonder if this has ever happened to them at the beach. I was body surfing in the waves, a bit like the way a seal behaves, when a grey fin appeared right alongside me and the fishes in the Bondi Tide. Well, a chill ran right down through my spine and a million thoughts went through my mind. I couldn't swim or I couldn't run, and the music in my head went.
Wrestling Shark.
There were no boats passing by and I had no harpoon to shoot the bad guy. He licked his lips and he said with a toss, "Let's have a wrestle and see who's boss." My head started spinning right around and my toes started sinking in the sandy ground. The clouds crossed over and it all went dark and he said, "You know I'm Hank the Wrestling Shark, don't ya?" He had 3 rows of teeth, his eyes were like stone, his skin was like leather and he had a nose like a traffic cone. His dorsal fin was as sharp as a knife and I thought I'd reached the end of my very short life.
It was Hank the Wrestling Shark.
Well, he bared his teeth and he looked me in the eye and I started to shake and I let out a cry. Ah! But I said to myself, I'm too young to die, and I jumped on the back of that freaky guy. Well, he threw me in the waves and he whacked me with his tail. He held me underwater till my face turned pale. He dragged me through the sand and he bit me on the arm. And then I realised that nasty Hank, he meant harm. Well, I knew I couldn't beat him through just sheer force. He was as wide as a bus and as strong as a horse. For this sneaky shark, I'd need to think outside the box. Then an idea came how to beat this swimming ox.
It was Hank the Wrestling Shark.
Well, I reached around his back towards his pectoral fin, and with my 2 fingers I tickled with a grin. I knew I'd found his soft spot when he began to chuckle, and within half a minute Hank began to buckle. Whoa! Ha 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 ha! Hoo, 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 hoo. He was laughing uncontrollably right down from his belly, and the more that Hank laughed, the more he turned to jelly. He rolled around in circles, but I held on real tight, and soon I began to think that I might even win the fight. So then Hank yelled out, "Jerry, I give up!" And I stopped tickling him, and he panted like a pup. He knew he'd been defeated when he swam off with a bark, 'cause I had won the title from Hank the Wrestling Shark.
It was Hank the Wrestling Shark.
The end. If you would like to listen to this story on YouTube, this song, or you'd like to listen to some more songs sung by the same guy, ask Mum and Dad to take you to this website and you can find all of his songs there.